DraftSociety.com presents a Premier League Draft Fantasy Podcast. Welcome to the Key Pass Collective. Your exclusive source for the information, analysis, and advice you need to dominate your fantasy leagues. Come on in. We've been expecting you.
Draft heads. How the hell are you? Oh, I've missed you so. How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome in to the KPC. My name is Joe Williams. I'm back from my holidays, back from the brink of death. I just had a really bad cold, to be honest. We wanted to do this earlier this week. We really wanted to get this out to some of you who are probably drafting this week, but it just didn't work out. I'm so sorry, but here we are. We're back. We're going to finally finish off our positional previews. We're going to talk forwards today. And yeah, we're going to hopefully square away some of you who have yet to draft. But also, for those of you who have already drafted, I think this conversation will still really help you when it comes to player valuations, doing trades after the draft, trying to figure out, if you had, if you got value for a certain player, where you got them in the draft, those kinds of things. I think it's going to be really helpful regardless. So again, apologize for the late date on this, but hey, we're going to get you your forward preview anyway. So here we go. I'm getting some love from the chat. I absolutely adore you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here and chatting with us today. I'm excited. Let's get through all of the the spiel. Let's get through that spiel and then we'll talk some forwards. So, all right, you guys know where we're at. Key Pass Collective. We're brought to you by the DraftSociety.com. Of course, what is the DraftSociety.com? That is your one-stop shop for all of your draft needs. So when it comes to drafting for this English Premier League fantasy football game, that's where you need to go. DraftSociety.com. We've got your draft kit. It is live. It's been live for a couple of months now. It's been going really well. We've got everything published at this point, and there's just a million different tools on there for you. Articles, rankings, player projections for every single player for the year. We've got predicted 11s in the team previews. We've got sleepers. We've got busts. We've got do not draft players from every single person at the Draft Society. It's all there. It's just all there. And if you get the ultimate pass, of course, you will get the fantasy toolkit as well. And the fantasy toolkit will set you up all year for success. It's bespoke to your Fantrax ID. And so that is actually going to help you. I mean, it's going to give you your specific league. It's going to tell you who's available, who to pick up, who we recommend for that particular week, streaming options for that week, trade valuations for your players, rest of season valuations. It's going to have the strength of each team in your league and who you're facing and what they're projected to score. I can't tell you. There's too much in there. There's too much in there. I didn't even mention the fixture difficulty tracker, which is also in there. So anyway, you just got to get it. It's awesome. DraftSociety.com. You've heard about it a lot. And also, our in-season stuff has dropped. You're going to hear from Dutch Cowboy in a second, but he's already written his first article, and that is available on the site as well for anybody who subscribed to any of our in-season stuff. So Ultimate Pass, Season Pass, or Monthly Pass will get you all of the in-season stuff as well. Okay, that should do it. You guys ready to talk forwards? Let's roll. Okay, let's bring in some lovely gentlemen who I'm sure are very happy not to have to MC this by themselves and have the brunt of the duty again. We've got Toddy, who's in chat, who I'm sure is happy not to do that as well. Ryan is with us as well, not happy not to MC. And of course, everybody else, Dutch Cowboy, Sanjy from Bantah Boys, we're all here with you. How did everything go okay in my stead, boys?
Yes.
Hated every minute of it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's That's fair.
I will say though, people did DM me and were like, "Where the hell was Joe?" Like, I think they missed your energy and the I don't know, the charm that you bring, the Riz as the kids call it as well.
Christ.
You got a bit of Riz, so
yeah, they do call it that.
You're either a host or you're not. There's, you know.
Yeah, it was good. I think the boys still held the fort down, but yeah, your presence was definitely missed.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan and Toddy have a very different kind of charisma. You know, Toddy kind of has like that dad energy, which I of course appreciate because I love a good dad joke. Yeah. And Ryan's got that, you know, like he's sort of that character you see from across the bar, and he's like catches your eye, and you're like, that's an interesting man right there.
I don't know where you're going with this, but I like it.
I was waiting for the butt. That's what I was waiting for. He built it up so well.
No buts.
Yeah. Toddy said he got a lot of bad reviews.
Damn.
Risk tanking the whole endeavor. No, you did not. That's absolute horseshit.
Well, it was live, so it's not like you could go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, because there's absolutely no way to see these again.
No way to go back.
No.
Look at, you know.
All right, so as I mentioned, we've got Dutch Cowboy, we've got Ryan Barnes with us, and we've got Sanjy with us from Bantah Boys. And we are going to go ahead and talk some forwards, boys. So the first thing I want to do is let's address some of the narratives that have surrounded this draft season as they pertain to forwards. So all of us now, I think, have done at least one draft. I know Sanjy, I know Ryan, you guys have. Dutch, have you done at least one draft?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we've all done a draft. My question is, guys, now that we've done drafts, do these narratives actually stand up? The first one being the forward pool is so shallow this year. And the second one being you really need a forward in the first 2 rounds, 3 max.
I agree with the Sorry, Ryan.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I agree with your second statement for sure. But I think the first statement is not as damning as we thought it was. Because I've even heard people, and I know this is a forward pod or whatever, but people are now also saying, well, the mid pool feels so shallow, not just the forward. So yeah. Second statement, 100% bang on.
Okay.
It's a little bit more nuanced. The tiers are different. The elite forward 1 pool is very shallow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The forward 2/forward 3 is actually pretty deep, and then the mid 1, mid 2 is pretty deep. I'd still say the latter mids are pretty deep too. But yeah, I think for forwards, it's just that drop off at the end of round 2, really.
Yeah, but I mean, we're gonna get into it obviously, but late forwards are dog shit. Late forwards are terrible.
When I was drafting, I felt when I got to like round 6, 7, 8, 9, I was like, I needed mids, and there was no mids, but there were like a couple forwards that I was like, wait, I should just take this. Which I didn't think would happen based on what we were talking about like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on I think my drafting strategy for 2 of the leagues that I finished drafting for already, IGL, DPL, like the quality of the forward line is so different. Like it's not even funny. Like one of them, my forward one is Haaland. The other one, my forward one is Jørgen Strand Larsen. Like it's not good. Yeah. And that's because I thought, you know what, maybe I could wait until forwards a bit later on. But the way I was drafting, I was just like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to take best player available to me versus like, let me just, instead of drafting for position, etc. And it just felt like Ryan said, after the first 2 rounds, it just felt like there were mids that were offering better value than the forwards were.
Right. But then the forward, their quote unquote value gets, I'll say their price tag, because I don't want to mix up value and price tag. So like their price tag gets inflated because of the lack of depth at that position, meaning that the actual value is not there. Like you're paying more than the actual value when you can get real value at other positions at the same place in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I still think it's pretty shallow. Like, I'll put it this way. I think it's really shallow for a sure thing at forward.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, because by the end of round one, you're already like feeling like you're throwing a couple darts.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah.
The tweeners as well, they dried up even further because Visa has obviously the transfer issues. Solanke had a knock. So even the guys that were just like not elite, but that kind of next tier that you could fall back on third round, they started falling out too. So it's like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, Dutch, you alluded to the round one guys. Let's talk about them. So what you're going to see on your screen, I just want to give people kind of a little bit of a lay of the land quick before we jump into it. So what you're going to see on the screen, these are actually our projections for the season for these players. And so we've obviously sorted by forward. And then what it's sorted by after that is what's called the WAR rank. So for those who are uninitiated, I want to just quickly define what WAR is. So WAR stands for wins above replacement. And basically it's a measure of the value that a certain player brings to your team above and beyond what we would expect from, like a replacement level player, like some streamer off of the waiver wire. And the accumulation of that would be their WAR. That's the valuation would be their WAR. And basically it's a calculation sort of like trying to determine how many more wins that player hypothetically would get you over a random player. So if you can see Mohamed Salah, literally just by having him on your team over the course of the season, we're predicting that he's going to get you almost 3 more wins than you would have had had you not had that player. Hence his WAR rank being number 1 overall. So that's kind of just to explain to people how they're sorted here. They're not going to be sorted by ADP. They're going to be sorted by WAR rank. And we can talk about ADP and how that works based upon those as we get into it. So I've labeled this group the studs, and I think it's pretty obvious why. These are some of those round one guys we talked about. Not all round one necessarily, but mostly. Certainly round 1, round 2, these guys are going to be gone. You see their WAR rank and their ADP being pretty similar, which I find pretty interesting. Are you guys happy with the price tag of these players? Do you think any of them are inflated, or do you think any of them are of value where they're at?
I mean, hard to say given the trade that we saw earlier today, but I'm probably a little skeptical on the Semenyo value.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue against seeing any of these guys go round 1.
I should mention, just for audio listeners, these players are Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, Alexander Isak, Mateus Cunha, Jared Bowen, Antoine Semenyo, Brian Mbeumo, Ollie Watkins, Victor Gyökeres.
I think Mbeumo has a decent chance of not being worth a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
New team, no sets, no pens. I mean, he derived a lot of value from all of that, being the main man at Brentford into another mid-table club, a lateral move, but it's Bruno's going to take a lot of and cannibalize a lot of his points. So I think he's being taken for his Brentford value as opposed to his new circumstances. But I get it, good player, and the dearth of forwards. But I think him and Semenyo of these guys is got a chance to really flop.
I will say, like, in terms of the sets, though, obviously, like, fans are keeping a close eye on, like, preseason fixtures and all that. And there was some mention of Mbeumo, I think, taking the right-hand-sided corners. So I think he will have sets, but it's the consistency of the set piece taking, right? That comes into question, I think.
Why don't we have the same slander, like, towards Cunha? Like, I feel like it's not, like, too different a situation.
Yeah, because I think Cunha is world class and Mbeumo isn't. Like,
I mean, yeah. Like they both kind of. I
I
don't know. I feel like a lot of the hesitation with Mboma is Ahmad might take his place. He's not taking sets, but like I'm not like kind of like I just kind of see them both in the same boat. I see like if there's risk to like the same worry that people have about Mboma, I kind of have about Cunha.
I see what you mean. I think we should revisit actually the idea that there are so many Manchester United players within the first 18 picks of the draft, 15 picks of the draft. There's 4.
Sickening.
Yeah,
Sesco's been taken a lot too.
And
I don't
this,
know if he was
Cunha's
included
being
in the
taken
four.
as high as 7th and 8th. You know what I mean? Like
Jesus
Mboma, you
Christ.
never see Mboma being taken that high, but you do see Cunha going that high.
it's literally impossible for all of them to return on that value. I mean, we
Right.
saw that 2 years ago with Liverpool forwards. And then last year we all sort of like learned our lesson. We're like, yeah, that was kind of foolish of us, wasn't it? And then now we're back in the same place with a different team.
A worse team.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like at the addition of these players, how many goals does it add to the side? I think that's the question, right? And then how does that affect, ghost point averages? Like how does that affect key passes and all those other accumulation stats that we get rewarded for in this game? That's the main question, I think, is how much do these new players create more attacking opportunities, aka more points?
And you're adding someone now that's going to potentially just eat into that too. Because now you have a forward who should rack up more points than the entire like forward line for United last year.
Yeah.
So now it's just even more points getting it into. But you're still seeing these guys getting drafted in the first round, and then Ahmad's like right behind them.
You know,
We're
your
gonna like
point.
revisit this and be like, what the fuck, in like January.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
we're
I
all
mean,
gonna be like 20, 25 ranked.
right. I mean, your point about Cunha though, I think is something I felt internally, because in my community league, I got pick number 7, and I was like, "Phew, I just dodged a bullet there," because like there was that drop off that I really
That is
didn't
the
want.
drop. That
Yeah.
is the cliff.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's like that cliff off the west coast of Florida. There's like a, I forget what it's called now.
Oh,
There's like a cliff off the west side of Florida.
that's right.
I forget how many miles offshore, where it goes from like, I don't know, like 30 meters to like hundreds of meters within
That's-
like
I can't
no
put my finger
distance at
on it.
all.
This is a great like pub trivia. I can't. Is it something shelf? No.
Well, I gotta Google Gulf of America first to get it
Yeah.
to get it going here. It's something shelf. It's something. Let's keep going, and then I'll bring it up randomly later. But it is that kind of thing. I'm also in Florida,
yeah.
so I'm really feeling really like patriotic today.
It's Gulf of America. God. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so the rest of these guys, I feel like, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with them as my forward 1. Like I'm very happy with Watkins as my forward 1. I'm happy with. I mean, assuming maybe I took a midfielder first round, which I think would be great. The Continental Shelf. Thank you,
Yes.
Reaper.
Yes, but it's called the Florida platform, but it is a continental shelf.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Florida Dutch. Yep. Okay. Nice.
Anyways, should be Dutch. Should be Florida Cowboy.
Yeah, it
next,
should be.
next. Let's move.
Anyway, all right. Okay, so, but regardless of the conversation we just had, even in Bomo, are you comfortable with all these guys as your forward 1?
Yes. Given
hesitant.
who I have as my forward 1, yes, I am.
But that's the thing, is like, at what point do you rather just go for a midfielder and just wait for a different forward to come along or something like that?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Of these guys, you could probably take a midfielder before Semenyo, Mbomo, Watkins, Jokeres.
Yeah.
If that's the case, and you took an elite midfielder, I really like them as your forward 1 then.
Yeah, because forward. Yeah, fair.
Like in IGL, I went as a Watkins at
That's nice though.
At pick number 11.
That's really nice though.
I'd be super happy with that.
I was very happy. I wanted Gyökeres because I'm not fully a Watkins guy. I think his ghost points are really low, and I'm worried about rotation. But
it's a trade early. He got that good schedule, and he's pretty much in form. I'd ride it.
Yeah. That's fair. Maybe Victor will get off to a slow start, and I can bag him. I'm pretty excited about him.
Yeah, you have no idea what I've been trying to do to grab him.
Oh yeah, because you picked early, so there was no chance you were getting him.
I had my second draft in a couple hours, and picking one again. I've been trying to trying to trade for pick 8 to grab him, but to no avail. I offered my second round pick, my 6th round pick, and all my fab.
Oh God!
No dice. So I'll try.
Wow!
You offered your 2nd, your 6th, and all your fab for Gyökeres.
For pick 1 or pick 8 in round 1, yeah.
I see.
So I'll just have to wait until after the draft. Yeah, we'll see if Kai starts game week 1. See if I can get him on a discount or something. And I'll try and pick Kai like round 5 just in case.
Nice.
Yeah, that does seem like. Do you think if you draft Gyökeres, you have to get Havertz?
I think so.
Yes.
If you want peace of mind, and I'd say no if Kai wasn't so kind of devalued. I think that cuff works pretty well, given that
because he's going
to get
so
Kai
late.
in 5th round. Yeah, 3rd round that's too much to give up, but 5th round I feel like is good value because I think there'll be some random game weeks where they play together too, and it's a pretty elite cuff. So late round 5, I'm more than happy giving that up for Kai if I have Gyök.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because the value of that position in terms of fantasy points year long. Yeah, totally. Do we feel the same about? Well, we'll get to the Chelsea one here in a minute, but yeah, that's an interesting question. But no, I'm fully with you, especially because I've seen Kai falling to 6 and even 7.
I almost got him in the 6th.
Oh,
that was I think four picks away from getting him in the 6th at the end of the 6th.
I would happily take him if for nothing more than to just get something out of get something out of the Gyökeres owner. Like I would be more than happy to do that because you know that they're going to be kicking themselves, especially the first week that Gyökeres is benched or rested, I should say. Not like Anyway, all right, cool. Anything else on these guys, the studs?
Nah.
Cool. All right. Here we go. I'm calling these guys the low-end forward ones. So some of these guys we can argue are still forward ones. And I say that only in hopes that you have built a very strong midfield spine before you got here. And now you are taking what you believe to be the guy here with the highest upside who potentially, is going to be able to lead your forward line and you won't suffer too badly having not taken one of the super elite guys we just talked about. So the low end forward ones I have some issues with some of these guys, and I have some issues even with the projections and the war rank on some of these guys. But I'm just curious your thoughts on any of these players. And the ADP is crazy. It goes from 16 to 65. Let me mention the players quickly for audio listeners. We've got Omar Marmoush, Hugo Ekitike, Joao Pedro, Cody Gakpo, Dominic Solanke, Kevin Schade, Pedro Neto, Yohan Wissa, and Evan Nielsen. So as I mentioned on the bottom, question marks are introduced for almost all of these players. Question marks are introduced. So I guess the question being, are the question marks big enough to scare you off of these guys? Or, I don't know. Or is the ADP, worth it?
I had an interesting dilemma between a couple of these guys. So I was picking first, and so my 24th pick, Marmoush ended up actually falling there. And couldn't bring myself to do it, so ended up going more with the heart with Neto.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, for some reason I feel better about that than Marmouche. Maybe it'll turn out to be a complete disaster, but yeah, I just rather have a bit more ghosts. I think Neto's going to be pretty nailed, and I think probably overestimating Marmouche's nailedness. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean all the stats and on paper I should have gone Marmouche without question, but just didn't feel like it.
I don't know, man. When I said I have an issue with some of these projections, that was the player I was referring to.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a Marmouche guy this year. I think when he excelled last year, it was in a particular set of circumstances that made it so that he needed to be relied on at a certain time when City were struggling, when Haaland was injured. I know they played together a couple of games, but still, I mean, he was hugely goal dependent. There were games when he was very quiet, did almost nothing. And now that Haaland is back and they're playing in kind of a new system, I just don't. I think 25 starts. I guess maybe that's about. Well, it still seems a little bit high to me.
It's got AFCON baked into it probably too, right? So
True.
he's just pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but I mean, AFCON is another reason to sort of knock him down just a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with him. There's just something about it. I just don't. It doesn't feel right.
I'd love to have him. He's going a weird spot for like where I'm picking tomorrow.
Well, ADP of 16. I mean, that's asking a lot.
It is asking a lot for a guy that is in a pretty crowded front line. And
I thought falling to me at 24 was pretty fair. Like it made me think a lot.
If I were, I mean, I don't like having City people on my team. But if I was you, I might have really, yeah. I'm not surprised you thought about it because that
was very, very close
to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have, if I'm doing a boycott of the trading system, it's too long of a conversation to have. But if I could have traded him, if I had the option to trade him, I think that probably would have put me over the top, and I would have just nabbed him. But the fact that I got to stick with these guys, like, I'll just sleep better with Neto, I think.
Yeah.
Until he inevitably gets that season-long injury.
That's fair. We got a couple.
Don't put that bad juju on our Chelsea player. Come on now.
Everyone will be healthy.
I mean, look at his season.
No one will.
Yeah.
The last thing about Marmouche I just wanted to touch on is I still feel like last season was a bit too small of a sample size, especially under a manager like Pep, because he's such a crazy bastard every season. He's going to change something, and we could see a totally different value of Marmouche this season.
That's true.
That's one of the reasons I kind of was happy to just swive him. And again, last season we saw it. He can go from scoring a hat-trick to scoring like 1 point in a game.
Yep.
So I didn't want to deal with that.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. So that's interesting. It's interesting that people are buying in so much. And especially because, I mean, I do have our rankings up. Do our rankings support him being taken there? I guess we have him at 18, which seems still really high to me. Sanjy, you've got him at 32 overall. And let's see, Toddy has him at 24. Ryan, you got him at 17.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. I don't know why.
Wait, who's this? Marms?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's high, man.
Dutch, you got him at 23, and I wasn't in this most recent batch of rankings because I was on holiday.
I think I was trying to nerf Odegaard's ranking, probably.
Well, yeah, I guess. Interesting. Genie ruined it for all of us because he has him at 14, so that's probably why he's.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I would love to have one of Ekitike or Pedro on my team this year, but Probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I do want one of those two really bad.
Yeah,
You can't get it. I mean, you just can't get him. I mean,
No.
I had a preconceived notion early in the summer that I could get Pedro in the 24 spot, and he just crept and crept and crept.
He really did. I remember it late July. You could take him on that turn.
Yep.
He was at the turn, yeah. He was
Yep.
he was at the mid round 3 at some points, and then he just started balling, and people realize he's the guy, and now it's like 60-minute merchant, but I bet
that's it. That's it, though,
that's
Richard.
fine.
It's just like that's what you're paying for. It's only 60 minutes
Right.
for such a high pick. Like Liam can easily get starts as well, right?
He will.
We just assume that
I think he
JP
will.
and Liam is banging off the bench, bro. Like,
I think he'll start hot, and then I think Europe's going to come along, and they're going to give Pedro Europe, and the Sunday game is going to be against. Don't mean to disrespect anyone. It's going to be against Leeds, right, or something, or Burnley, and they're gonna toss out Liam because they know he can score on those teams. He was doing a lot. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what's going to happen, and you're gonna be like, shit, like you're gonna be thinking going into the weekend like, cool, I have Joao against X team, bottom half team this weekend, and then Liam's gonna get a start. And you're like, okay, well,
Right.
damn. And there's
Right.
there's more Europe games, right, than there was 4 or 5 years ago. Like they play more group stage games.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just creeping up. He's getting value too high. I want him really bad. He shouldn't be going. He should be like a 24, 25, and he's going at like 15, 16 now, which is like ludicrous.
So if you get him, is it even more necessary to also get Liam Delap than it was for the Gyökeres handcuff?
I think it's easier to get than Havertz. I think, right? Like
Delap probably. I've been seeing him going like the 7th, unless there's
he's
Chelsea fans in your league, in which he goes a little bit earlier.
Yeah, he's been falling. He's been falling in recent that I've seen in recent drafts, which is actually nice because I think that's realistic. But I agree, he's going to play, and he's going to start plenty of Masters, and I think the Premier League is the place for him to play because once let's say they get in the Champions League or whatever, are they in the Champions League? I can't remember.
Who? Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But if
they got their affiliated club Strasbourg to throw those last 2 games, so they wouldn't be able to go in.
That's right.
All that shit on the up and up.
Who has more goals in the Premier League last year? Liam or Joao?
Oh,
Assumed Delap.
Yeah, it's Liam.
Definitely in PG.
It's Liam by 2. Liam's got 12. JP's got 10, but JP's got the goal contributions. He's got 16 versus Liam's 14. But just something, just food for that. I know there was differences in games. Like
a lot of those goals got to be penalties as well.
For Liam
Pedro.
Oh yeah, he was on pens. That's right.
Yeah, how many penalty goals? That's
probably like 6.
The interesting thing that you bring up, Dutch Cowboy, is like, okay, so you're taking Joao Pedro. What if it does happen where you lose out on him for basically all of the lower table sides? Because that's when Enzo thinks that he can bring in Delap.
Be brutal.
That would be the worst. So
I'd feel a lot worse as the Joao owner missing on Liam than the Gyök owner missing on Havertz. I think I would feel worse.
It's close. I think you need both to make it work.
Yeah.
Joao had 4 penalties. Joao had 4 of his 12 goals be penalties.
Yeah.
Sorry, 4 of his 10.
Yeah.
And 5 of Liam's 12 were penalties.
Okay.
So about the same, but still, yeah, they both had a good amount of penalties. So, but Joao was in a lot less games.
Sure, but Old Scruffy makes the point. Delap arguably had it tougher with Ipswich.
100%.
Scoring
100%.
goals for that team is
scoring
harder
12 goals of Ipswich is like, that's why Chelsea bought him.
Exactly, right? I mean, also he was a steal. He was an absolute steal.
You can make it there. You can make it anywhere.
Oh, Gary. Oh no. Gary.
What the fuck?
Wait, is Mana Solomon still in the game?
Is this Thomas Frank talking? Is he in chat? Like, what
Oh
is this?
no.
Wait,
Probably-
but maybe Gary's midfield and defense is like absolute fire.
He
I
must be
hope so.
cooking. He must be
Gary
cooking.
in chat is saying
It's still
that
no excuse to roster Manor Solomon.
this forward is Solomon and Richarlison.
To be
I
fair,
don't
I'd
care.
rather roster Mana Solomon than Richarlison, but yeah.
You gotta go all in for Sesco, my man, or somebody. That's
Yo,
Gasson.
I hope we talk about Sesco because I feel like I'm in that dilemma in one of my leagues where he's now like the best available forward in the pool. Like we're talking about Sesco, Gasson, and DCL. Arguably, I really don't want to bring him up, but I feel like we should, given his transfer.
yeah. We'll get to all those for sure.
I would like to ask. I would like to ask one thing about this table that you have in front of us, though, Joe.
Yes.
If the Isak saga does finally, have the twist that all Liverpool fans are expecting, and he makes the transfer, where does that push Cody and Hugo?
Right. Exactly. That's kind of where I was headed as well. Down. I think it pushes Cody down quite a bit for me. I think that Hugo can also play on the left, and that's a pretty major investment. And I think he and Cody probably split time there. I know Hugo will start up top as well, but you're not going to bring an Isak for 100 and whatever the hell 20. It's going to be 150 to not play him. So yeah, there'll be rotation and it's going to be a little bit more of a headache, but I think both of them, their value gets pushed down a little bit. Would I be happy with either of them as my forward one if the Isak deal goes through? I don't think I would. I would want somebody on the last slide, ideally, that we had.
Spurs scored.
Who was it?
No way.
Van de Ven.
What?
Oh, Mickey, you're so
Fastest
fine.
player in the Prem.
Yeah, I think it's
Fastest player in the Prem.
I think it's a Polina Ghost assist, like a Fantrax assist.
No way.
Yeah, for sure. How many coming? So
That's so
I
jammy.
keep hearing.
Spurs are back.
I keep hearing people say Ekitike can play left wing, but how many starts did he even have in the left wing? You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, he can. Like, I'm not saying that.
He had, according to Transfer Market, he had no starts on the left wing last year.
Okay.
I know he can, but
That's the point, right?
no.
Yeah.
I know. It's just, I wonder if Isaac coming drops Ekitike more than it does Gakpo, and you're still taking Gakpo over Ekitike.
That's a good point.
Because if the transfer happens, I'll still take Gakpo in mid-round, end of round 4, beginning round 5. I'd take him, but I wouldn't touch Ekitike.
I think it would hurt Ekitike more than Gakpo, but
Yeah, which is
would be effective.
and
Yeah,
it would
I
get
think you're
like
right
switched here.
Switched. I could see that. So
I mean, it's not going to happen before Friday, so
No.
every single draft is going to happen with this still in play, which is
right.
fucking sucks. But
Yeah, it does suck. Ekitike current ADP at 42, which in most active leagues is going well before that.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then Gakpo current ADP at 58. So them switching, if Isak happens, I could see that.
Well, you have these people now that are like, so I have a buddy that's new to Fantrax, and he's in a league and he has a draft tonight, and he's like, I'm pick 7. Who do I take? And I'm like, you have to take Isaac. And he's like, what if he leaves England? I'm like, he's not leaving England. But I'm like, oh fuck, like.
He's not leaving England. He just might not play.
But now it's like, yeah, for real. So now it's like, shit, like maybe don't take Isaac. And now it's like, that's why, like, is he gonna drop more? I don't know. It just sucks.
He dropped
Yeah,
a 9 in my Sunday night draft, and at which case you're sitting at 9. You're like, shit, I guess I have to do it.
You have
but,
to take him at
but
9.
he was forced. That manager, I think, smartly was kind of forced to take Ekitike in his second round pick, which is a lot, but you have to, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took him at 7, and I was happy to do that. But I'm hoping I don't regret it. But I mean, it's that or Cunha, and we already had that conversation. So
Yeah.
then it's sort of,
Uh,
I don't see a player like that missing an entire year.
No.
Due to sitting out. I mean, either he and Newcastle make amends, because all Howe has said is that he doesn't want a player who doesn't want to play for the team. And so if they have a sit down and he says his I'm sorry's, like I could see that happening, or he moves to Liverpool is my guess.
I mean, more so as well in the World Cup year as well, right? So
right. Yeah. All right. So people in chat are mentioning Solanke. I wanted to bring that up. I think it was Karel who said that. Here we go. Is it a hot take to believe that Solanke can be the best pick of this list?
I think that's a hot take, but I do think, well, I think he'll be better. I think he'll be really good. I like him a lot this year, and I got him round 4, I think, in my first draft, which is
what are these leagues that you guys are playing in, man?
This is a community league. This is a community. I got him round 4. I got him round
early?
4 2. No,
his injury news dropped him a bit.
Yeah, if you drafted last week like most did, like around like Wednesday, Thursday, right? His injury dropped him to like late round 3, early round 4.
Wow.
And now he's back. And he should be fine. Like his backups for Charleston. Like just look up his back tattoo. That's all you have to do. I like Solanke. I like him this year. I'll be happy to take him.
Yeah.
Again.
Fair. All right. Anything else on any of these guys? We talked Pedro. We didn't really mention Shada. We kind of talked Pedro Neto earlier when Ryan said he took him over Marmouche. Seemed to be a little bit more nailed. Hopefully that remains. Finished the season really strong, was ghosting pretty well, and did really well in the Club World Cup. So ideally,
I like him a lot. I like Neto a lot this year. If you can grab him, he's solid.
I was trying to think about who I could try and cuff with, because obviously,
right,
Neto
Chelsea is going to have rotation. But I thought about Esteval. I think on the depth chart is probably the closest to it. But like, there's so many players that could play all the front 3 positions.
He's the pure cuff, but I bet he'll get dropped in a couple weeks. So
somebody else took him before I had him later on.
And they'll drop him in
much
a
draft
few weeks.
capital. Yeah, for sure. So that's what I assumed.
I don't know how worth it it's going to be to hold him all year. Like, how many starts will he really get?
I guess when Champions League is the only thing that I'm kind of worried about when Champions League comes around.
I don't think they can throw I don't think they can throw Esteval out against like Prem teams yet, though.
I don't know, man.
That can happen.
The kid is good though. Like, but at the same time, I don't think it's a cuff that is worth stashing. Like, I think I'd rather go for like a main forward from a promoted team instead of trying to cuff Pedro Neto.
That's a waiver that you're just going to be bidding for randomly throughout the year, and that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like Neto plus flex spot in your roster.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's not a cuff, but he will get drafted. He'll get like in home leagues. He'll get drafted, and it's like whatever. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, Esteval's current ADP is 227, and DraftLad has him projected to start 9 games. I don't know if we think that is. I mean, because we can always agree or disagree with how many projected games to start, but I just
he won't start over 5.
You think not over 5?
No.
I was going to say, even if you give him 12, I don't know that he's a player worth holding all year.
He's 18 years old.
Right.
He's 18 years old. He's like, he just came from like, there's like very few players in the history of this, like, especially like wingers that have done a jump like that and like succeeded immediately. Especially in like a tough league like the Prem. This guy's not going to Spain where he can go play like Vallecano on like a weekend. Like it's just like very different.
He's going to be incredible. Like
he looks really well. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I just mean in the future, at some point in the future, he's going to be world class.
Yeah. I don't know.
I truly believe that.
A lot of Brazilians. Andrew is supposed to be incredible. Remember. He will be too. I'm my bad. Yeah, all these guys are going to be good. It's just I don't know. Sometimes with these like new guys, I'm like, Let them turn like 2021 first.
Right,
Not
right,
everyone,
right.
Not everyone's Lamine Yamal. Like,
All right, so Yohan Wissa and Evan Nielsen are the two who I think maybe stick out a little bit here. And that is because
forward two,
like
forward
tier
three.
three.
That's why I say.
oh, those are your four. That's your forward 2, forward 3. Well, at least it's
Yeah.
not your forward 1, forward 2.
True.
Yeah.
But
True.
but yeah, I mean, both of them are very goal dependent, and Wissa particularly has lost the main playmaker on his team.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the transfer saga going on with him.
I'm more worried about that. Yeah.
And if he does move, how much does he actually play? I mean, it becomes an issue.
Also lost the coach that made him who he is.
True. Yeah, good point.
Dude's 29. I don't think he needs
Yeah.
his mentor anymore. But I'm more worried about the transfer saga, honestly.
Yeah.
I think if I'm actually hoping that he goes to Newcastle, to be honest. I think he'd do well there, and I think if Isaac even stays, they'll figure out a way to get both of them in there.
But you think that if Wissa does go, then he just takes that 9 spot?
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, I would.
I'm worried about Saudi, to be honest. I mean, that's the nuclear option, and then it becomes a waste of a pick.
Oh God, yeah, that would. Yeah.
So, because it doesn't seem like it's reconcilable with Brentford. It could be. I mean, I don't think it's gone to the Isak extreme, but he's apparently training by himself. So it's gotten pretty extreme. So it's the only option when you're that age is Newcastle or Saudi, which are kind of the same.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Although I think Saudi have signed more players this season. But yeah, all right. And I mean, like I mentioned, both very goal dependent. I worry about Evan Nielsen a little bit. I mean, his ADP 65. Okay, that makes sense. But look at his projected points per start, much lower than anybody else on this list. And just we know that about him. We know that he's incredibly goal dependent, and there'll be weeks where he blanks you for sure.
I feel like he belongs more in the next tier with like the Woods and Jimenez's and the Larsons of the world.
Yeah, and I thought that as well. I almost split it there, but the next list, so many question marks are introduced that I just felt like he was a little bit more nailed, a little bit more dependable than a lot of the names. Like you think he belongs with like JSL and Wood?
Yeah, that's how I see them all personally.
Interesting. Okay, well,
it's like that crop of you don't want him as your forward 1, but
yeah,
it's most people's forward 2 / if you're wild 3.
Okay, that's a great segue. Let's look at them. So Evan Nielsen, we're trying to figure out, does he belong with this list or does he belong with the next list? And that list is Anthony Elanga, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz, Chris Wood, Benjamin Sesco, Liam Delap, Brennan Johnson, Raul Jimenez, Jorginho Rutter, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Jorgen Strand-Larsen.
I would have swapped Mateta and Elanga has a chance, but yeah, I think Mateta would be on the other list, and I'd probably do Shada and maybe Evan Nielsen.
Yeah, agreed. That's what I would have done too.
Oh, that one you'll have to take up with Draft Lad because this is sorted by his.
No, all good. This is
I will.
But that's interesting you say that because Mateta projected 8.8 points per start.
Harsh.
Yeah, it maybe, but also very goal dependent. I mean, also doesn't do ghosts really.
Also loses value. Also loses value as they leaves.
Yeah,
for sure, which sucks.
Yeah,
you should talk about Elanga. Elanga's.
Well, yeah. Let's. Any of these guys you want? Let's start with Elanga. I mean, that's an interesting one. Is he even guaranteed starts? Is the question. I mean, I'm so nervous to take him because I don't actually know who's starting in that role.
Dude, we're predicting that Murphy starts this weekend. Like our predicted lineups.
Oh, I assumed it would have been Gordon up top, Barnes on the left, Ilanga on the right.
That's my guess too.
Well, Scout and Draft Lad have Murphy. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
I heard Murphy was kind of crap in preseason though.
yeah, I like Ilanga.
A lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on him, and he's perfect for
shit
that
ton.
system. So
Yeah, it's a
I
shit
just
ton of
can't.
money.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, and he's speedy. There's a reason you brought him in. I didn't realize until preseason just how old Murphy is.
Wait,
didn't know he was like in his 30s already.
He's 30.
Yeah.
Yo, bro has been in the league for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's 30.
Right? Isn't that crazy? I had no idea.
He's played so many places. So if you could. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
I want Ilanga. I'd be happy. I really want him. I'm not cupping him for Murphy if I take him. And if he's there like round 3, like end of round 3, early round 4, like let's do it.
You said you're not cuffing him?
No.
Okay.
That's not like cup level for me.
That's fair. I mean, 25 games started. Maybe that's just one of those Joao Pedro's where not Joao Pedro's, Pedro Neto's where, in the games he doesn't start, you have that free spot to just sort of.
Yeah. You can't be cupping your 3rd round pick or 4th round pick. That's like crazy.
Yeah, fair.
I think I'd rather the bottom 3 names on this list though, Ritter, Mateta,
same.
and Larson.
Yeah.
Those are the interesting ones where I feel like people who, maybe only took one forward and then spammed a couple of mids. Those are the guys that I was always trying to target later because I was like, if I get into a tough spot here and I really need a forward, these are the guys who can bail me out.
Yeah.
But interestingly, I mean, this is again sorted by war rank because when you look at ADP, they're very different. Jorginho Rutter, you're still getting in like the 7th round, sometimes later. People kind of forget about him. But Mateta, ADP of 49. So arguably, I mean, is he even going too high?
Is this Fantrax or Community League?
It's pretty high.
The ADP, I believe, is just Fantrax.
Yeah, I think
that's a good question, though.
I've been seeing him go like way earlier than that.
Yo, somebody took him mid round 2, bro. I could not believe that. Mateta,
they need help. They need help.
It's crazy. Honestly, and it was. I'm pretty sure it's all preseason form that like would have distracted him or whatever. Like that's the same reason people were taking Estevao. Like kid scores a goal, everyone loses their mind or whatever. But I mean, don't forget, like Mateta is very much also, I think, a purple patch guy. Like he could go hot, but he could easily go cold, and you would hate to roster him. Almost as frustrating as like Brennan Johnson. Yeah, exactly.
Just like Palace, Just like Palace. Yeah, it's very similar. And he has that risk of as it leaves where he like drops a little bit, which sucks. But he did have a really good preseason. So, but he's just going too early. He's more like I need to get him a little bit later than where he's going right now.
So where are you comfortable with him? I took him in round 4 in a league.
So round 4, pick what?
It was like I had like the 7th pick, so it was like around there, right? So
that's when it starts for me.
Yeah.
That's when it starts for me.
Because I went Isaac, Diallo, Rice, and then Mateta.
That's fine.
That's cool. A nice fistful. Yeah.
I was happy with that. Yeah, I was happy with that. So I mean, I'm okay with him there. And Ryan, you already mentioned you thought he should be, maybe potentially on the last slide. So that seems like it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting question. Dude, fuck you. Can the gang that's his name. That's his name. Do you. Anyway, can the gang predict who here will take the biggest jump in WAR per start this season? So from last season.
This list?
Yeah.
Jump up.
I know people really want us to talk about Sesco. We'll get to him.
I'll go Ritter.
I feel like that's kind of the low-hanging fruit here because in his involvements, he was really good last year, got injured. I feel like he was headed for a pretty good season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these guys have question marks, so it's...
Yeah.
I would normally say Ilanga because he's going into a better situation, but I think he kind of peaked last season. So he's got a better foundation to go from, which makes it harder for him to take a huge leap. Yeah.
Is he taking
Tough
sets? Because the big thing is last year was he took, I think he took like 70% of sets at Forest last year.
I don't know. I
So
don't
I
know who's going
wonder-
to be taking the corners at Newcastle.
Yeah.
I want to
I
say
think-
Larson takes a jump here, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
because I had this like assumption. It's like if team loses players, points must go somewhere. But the reality is when teams lose good players, the team just loses fantasy points. So
Yeah, the points dry up. Yeah.
yeah. So I want to say Larson, but it's just probably was just going to be like. I don't know,
Yeah, because it's not just Cunha, right? They lost Ran as well, which was another
Yeah.
big surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Reuter's a good. I think that's like the best shot here for sure.
I mean,
I
what
agree
you
with
guys
that.
are saying is the same reason why I'm terrified of Wood this year. I mean, I think he overperformed every expectation last year, including his XG. And then now, and like the team generally did as well, right? Lost a couple players, and then also, I just think they're going to get figured out more this year. And I don't like
But I
it.
will say about Wood for sure. I 100% agree with you. But he's not getting drafted like he scored last year. He's actually getting drafted like he's going to get dropped off.
That's true. What, 67 ADP? Yeah, that's fair.
And
I mean,
he
I
was
think-
like a top 20 player. No.
9.5 PPS. I don't know about that.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, if Forest are to score goals, it'll probably be Wood involved. But out of the 7 preseason games that they played, they only scored 1 goal.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like I've been hearing on like different pods and stuff like that. Like Forest fans are more confident that they'll draw a game 0-0 than actually scoring goals and winning the game.
Wow.
He was the number 18 ranked player last year.
Yeah, that's not happening again.
And it's not happening again, but he's not getting drafted like he's there. And
True. That's a good point.
And I don't know if you draft him as like a kind of guy that is gonna get you like 10 points, whatever,
Yeah.
like maybe with like aerials, which is where he's going right now, then he was like I think he was top 10 in aerials last year. Then he's a 10 point guy. You draft him around 6-7, that's what you're doing. So I'm fine with Wood.
Yeah, I mean, I drafted him right before because we had that late season draft for the Super League. Drafted him right before his really shit spell started, and I can tell you he is not a 10 point per game player when he's not scoring goals.
Yeah, I see.
His
Let's
ghost
talk
points
about-
per start are 5.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's not
And
great.
all five are aerials. Cool.
Exactly.
Damn.
Sanjy, you mentioned Reuter. Do you know what his ghost points per start are?
Same.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
5.2.
shit.
I assume more would have been coming from like KPs and stuff. He doesn't strike me as an aerial merchant for some reason.
No, but yeah, just that he doesn't really.
Doesn't do
it's not his
anything.
game either. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Interesting.
it's unfortunate.
And like the other scary thing is Herzler loves to play people out of position, different positions, rotate a
He's a
bunch.
tinkerer. He loves tinkering.
Yeah, and that's what put me off about drafting Reuter in my own leagues as well. But again, I still stand by. I think he would be the biggest jump up in war from the
For
list.
sure, and even taking into account everything that you've said about Herzler, yes, I agree. But in the 7th, 8th round, sure, give me
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
give me a guy who can. I mean, if you agree with Draftlight, who can bag me 9.0 points per start. Happy with
Yeah.
that. All right. So we talked about Kai Havertz. Callum Hudson-Odoi very quietly just having a summer to forget, but also in the draft game, nobody talking about him. Projected to start 32 games, 9.4 points per start. Very interesting. War rank of 54. That's a pretty damn good player that we're all just not talking about. ADP of 91.
I like CHO. I think he's a nice little tidy forward 3. It's just the general concern about Forest just being absolute shit this season that's putting me off CHO. But yeah, I mean, he falls to kind of where you'd want him to be for a nice little forward 3.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I might, I'm drafting 2 hours. I might, depending on where he falls, I might do that.
Honestly, that's one of those where it's at the point in the draft where people start panicking. And oh my God, forwards are all gone. And that's, like you said, that's one where you could really bail yourself out of a tough spot. Or if you already have like 2 forwards and then he's your third one that you pick up, like you're set for the season.
7 goes per start.
That's great.
I think 32 starts is generous though.
I agree.
I don't think he's as sturdy as people think he is. I do think that he can pick up the random injury here there, and especially now with added fixtures with Europe, like, yeah, I don't know. I think 32 is a bit too high. I would have said like 25 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Agreed.
Fair.
But where you're getting him, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, fair.
Let's talk about Sesco.
Yep. Let's talk about Sesco. He's going to be on, if you're in the community league or if you're in the Genie league, or I believe in the Discord league as well, the Super League Discord league, any of those big 3 community leagues, I believe tomorrow is the day for him because he's going to be on waivers and the waivers process tomorrow. So a lot of people are going to be wondering what to do about him. If you look at his numbers, on our site, we have a page that's called Incomers. And basically it's translating fantasy points from other leagues that these players were in to Fantrax scoring. Now, obviously, you can't just take the Premier League is a much harder league than most of the leagues these people are coming from. But if you take just the translation, he would have scored 10 points per start, 5.3 ghost points per start, 11.4 points per 90. I mean, it's 33 games played, 13 goals, 5 assists. It's nothing like it's certainly not a first round pick. It's not anybody that like 10 points per start. You're look at Anthony Alonga, right? Like 10 points per start we're projecting for him. So that's why you're finding him this low on the list. And people may be wondering why that is, but that's sort of to try to explain that a little bit. What is your all's view on him this year?
I'm nervous for first season. No, I'm just nervous about him. I mean, he had 13 goals in Bundesliga last year.
Yeah.
And now he's going to Manchester United, where first season, I don't know, probably score like 10.
That feels right.
Yeah, and now he has to eat into the pool of Spurs just scored again. Christian Romero header.
Wow.
So I think he's going. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure out what took the set piece in a second. Yeah, I mean he's going into that same forward line where it's like where are the points come again. Surely everybody can't be a top 20 player. So
exactly.
Yeah, people are gonna probably spend a lot on him on Fab, and I'm trying to put a bit on him tomorrow. And I'm worried about poor assist. That's who it was. Thank you, value added. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how much Fab he's worth.
Well, I read your article that you just published, and I thought that was interesting because you basically recommended that people. Well, you said that he's probably worth about
60 to 80.
Right.
Is that what I said?
You said he's worth that, but then you said, but he's going to go for more than that in almost every league.
He will. He's one of the ¿cómo se llama? Like the premier names of the transfer window and home leagues. A lot of the leagues you guys are in, he's gonna go for like over 80, 85, maybe 90. Like someone's gonna drop a shit ton on this guy.
I think people are gonna spend all of it.
Dude,
yeah, I'll go for 100 in most leagues.
I think.
Yeah, exactly. He'll go for 100 in most leagues, and he's not worth 100, but he's gonna go for that. So.
Well, this is where we have to have that conversation about what is 100 Fab worth, because we did. There's no calculation, but we tried to figure it out at one point, and I think the consensus ended up being something like a 3rd or 4th round pick.
Yeah,
but he's barely a 4th round pick. No, he's not. He's not a 4th round pick. Unfortunately, next year he will be, but I don't think year 1 he is.
I think if you're drafting when he's already in the system, he will be in the top 4 rounds for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he lost past the 3rd round though. It's just because of how fans are.
I don't want him there, but I don't think he'll last that long.
Yeah.
The 4.
I think he's gonna. I'm hoping for 10 goals out of him, and that's like, yeah.
Here's a question: who would you take Sesco over on this list?
Over Sesco?
Yeah, no, yeah. Who would you take before him if you were drafting on this list?
Definitely Alonga.
No, I'd probably go Sesco first from this list, and it's only because of it's because of the engine that he has behind him. Like,
I'd rather have Mateta.
It's Alonga and Mateta for me. Those two over him. Yeah, those two. That's it.
I mean,
and those guys are going round 3, 4. Oh, damn it.
I was gonna say, yeah, you just talked yourself into it. You literally just talked yourself into it. So it sounds like you guys are telling me that he's worth like a 3rd round pick, which I think is about right.
So am I blowing my whole budget on Sesco tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you are, and you might actually want to trade in a few fab to make sure you get him.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to because people already made trades of like 40, 60 fab already. Like people are going to spend in excess of 100 easily.
It just sucks going into a season with.
I mean, it happens every season. I know it sounds ridiculous,
for sure,
but it happens every season.
Yeah. I mean,
you just gotta hope they blow their fab. He starts cold, and then you try and trade him in low if you want. I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right. Well.
Oh shit! I'm in the league that did that ridiculous trade.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Tell people what the trade was, because this has got people talking.
Oh, dude, I was gonna put 100 on Sesco because my friend wants me to. I just didn't want to say it on the pod.
Oh man!
You might as well talk about it.
Say the trade.
Okay, what is it? Let me read this right. So it's Morgan and Mateta for Cunha and 20 fab.
Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers.
Quote the right Morgan.
Sorry. Morgan Rogers and Jean-Philippe Mateta for Mateus Cunha and 20 fab. That's the trade.
Unfair. Absolutely unfair.
Got to veto that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
And they're gonna get Sesco.
Why was the fab necessary? Like,
got to get it over the line.
Every shitty trade I've ever seen in my life, like my home league last year, it's always like, why was there also fab? That's like always
exactly. That's crazy. Yeah.
I think if you get to the trade, you get to the end of the trade thing, and you're like, hey, by the way, like,
Scruffy says,
what's 20 more?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Scruffy says, give me Cunha even without the fab. That's the point, dude. Like, the point is the trade is insane. The trade is ridiculous. Morgan Rogers is shit. There's games where he scores you 0.5. Like, it's two incredibly
generous.
Two incredibly goal dependent players for a 1st round pick. Like, it's crazy.
A 1st round pick, and now most likely they're also going to get Sesco
and Sesco. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Which they're going to take it because I'm the 12th pick in that league. Me and my buddy that we co-manage, and we were going to. My friend wants to toss 100 on Sesco tomorrow, and I just realized this is my
you just
league.
dodged the bullet.
I would. Yes, I'm going to thank myself. You guys are right.
There you go. Ryan, you're not a fan. I mean, obviously you don't roster Man United players, but you're not. You wouldn't be a fan anyway.
No, I mean, he does. I thought, given his frame, that he'd maybe ghost a little bit more with aerials, but it's just really not his game. So if you're a goal-dependent forward, you better score goals. And he didn't do that much in Bundesliga, and he's going to Man United. So it's like, I mean, all he has to do is score, I think, 8 to match Højlund. But yeah, I don't see it. I don't think he'll score enough goals to offset the complete and utter lack of ghost points and to warrant such a high pick. And that much fab. So
yeah, I don't think the ghost won't be there for sure.
I like his outlook though. Like next year and beyond. Like I think he's a good player.
Scruffy mentions he's 6'5". I mean, there could be aerials going there for sure.
Yeah, no, he's huge and he's got hops. So
Yeah,
if
he's a
he
big boy.
wanted to, he could.
Dude, so the guy that got Cunha, his forwards are now Haaland, Cunha, Gittins,
What?
and so wait, Cunha, Haaland, Gittins, and he's about to get Sesco. So yeah, it's pretty sick. I have to play that one day. Do I play this guy week 1?
See, and that's when that trade went through. Draft Lad texted, our group thread and basically said, "This is what I hate: is like when a trade completely upsets the balance of a league." Because nobody considered the fact that this person will also now be getting in Sesco. And so it's just, yeah, that's really frustrating. Really frustrating.
Wait till I tell my buddy.
Oh, yeah, he's going to lose his
He's
mind.
He's going to fall to his knees.
Tell him to put on his notifications, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's also a United. He was coming from Albuquerque. That's what. Anyways.
So okay. Like let's assume then the same scenario in other leagues where there are a couple of managers with 120, 140 fab. As a manager that still has 100, are you still just gonna throw everything like full 100 and hope that maybe they're trying to hold some of their fab back?
I think I'd hold and let them waste it and bide your time.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Like if you need a forward, it doesn't. And even if somebody has more than 100, yeah, they probably did that deal to get Sesco. Like everybody knows this is coming, so I would say sure, do the 100. You're not going to get him. If you do, whatever. Okay, great.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sorted for tomorrow. Thanks, Joe.
I mean, I have mine currently set like that as well. I'm not going to get him, but I just in case, because I do have a league where I have 2 solid forwards, and then my third one is like meh. So I'm going to go ahead and just toss it in there. But there's some other players I actually want more. All right, let's move on because I'm going to run a little bit short on time here in just a few minutes, but because unfortunately I have a birthday party to get to. But let's get through some of the last names here as we get to the very thin, the category I'm calling major question marks. Projected games started gets very concerning. And we have a mix of what I'm calling lottery tickets and low upside players, which I think speaks for itself.
Lups.
Yep, low upside players. It's the old LUPs. Yeah. Jamie Gittins, Matthias Tell, Evan Gessend, Adama Traore, Nicholas Jackson, Jaden Anthony, Esteval, we talked about, Tierno Barry, Nicholas Fulkrug, Beto, Frankie Muniz, Rodrigo Muniz, and Danny Welbeck.
I fully expect you to read out Esteval's full Brazilian name.
Esteval William Almeida. No.
Almeida ...
And it just continues on from there. Yeah.
I like Gasson. Fulkrug has the ability to be sneaky value if he can stay fit. Huge if, and if West Ham aren't just objectionably horrible.
Yeah.
So those two, and yeah, the Barry Beto cuff. Like if one of them wins out, they might have some value. And obviously, if Jackson goes somewhere, he's learns the offside rule, and he's the number 1 forward there. He has the potential. I think Gasson has is the most exciting one here. Or if Gittins is actually the nailed on left winger and they don't get Simons or somebody else, then he's got some he's attractive.
Yeah, I mean the problem is the projected starts, right? I mean, so Gittins, Gasson, like all of these players are dealing basically with the same issue, unless you are one of the aforementioned low upside players. But yeah, I mean your Tierno Barrys, your Gittins, your Gessens, like they're all promising. The problem is like do we know how many games they're going to start? We have no idea.
I don't know who else Villa can really trot out on that that left wing.
Yeah, true.
So, and with Watkins being up in age and they still have a fair amount of games, like he could start a lot more than this 21. And Emery, when he likes you, he can just grind you into the dirt with starts. So I guess I'm a little bit more bullish on Gasson than a lot of people.
What do you think about the 8.8 projected points per start, though? That's not great.
No, it's not. But
you're more optimistic than that?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see if is
he
he in the
contributions? How is he that low?
He's in
what's his ghost?
7.0.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, he had
that's not bad.
He scored a lot.
It's not terrible.
He had 20 contributions last year and 33 starts.
And that's a pretty bad team he was in. Not terrible, but it's not like he was in, top 3 team in France.
What was it, Nice?
Yeah.
They got 4th. But yes, it's not.
The fact that you know that.
Overachieved.
But is it not concerning? Like Villa forwards or attacking players have never really offered that many Fantrax points across the seasons, other than Ollie. No.
God, yeah. I think back to to Bailey that season.
Yeah.
That he just was terrible. But then he had a good season.
Yeah, he had a great season. It's more the personnel, I would say. I think I've been reading a lot about how great he is as a player, and the Nice fans are like really upset to see him go. So there's only so much stock you can put in that. It's mostly just great value. I got him really late, and
yeah, he's going really late. And in for a lot of people listening in like home leagues, he'll be there super late. So it's cool.
Yeah, we're talking 14, 15 round.
Literally
in those leagues.
Yeah, what are we talking fab wise then?
That's a tricky one.
What did I say? Let me see what I said.
20, 30, depends on your league. If your league mates are switched on, you'll probably maybe spend 15, maybe more.
Yeah,
than that.
I think you said maybe like 30 to 40.
Oh shit! I said 45 to 60
in your article. 45 to 60. Damn.
But the scary thing is, like, what if this turns out to be like Marlon 2.0?
Exactly.
Could very well be. I mean, Marlon looked really good in Germany in a better league.
Yeah,
Marlon. I blew a bunch of fab on Marlon, and
we know how that turned out, Joe.
Yeah.
Marlon.
I've never seen. Actually, no. Matthias Tell was a worse ghoster than him. But I was gonna say I've never seen a player do so little with his time on the pitch.
I'm looking up his stats from 24-25.
Yeah, that's too much for me. I'd feel comfortable in like the 20 spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. So Gittins, I think we've kind of talked about him a little bit already, just in terms of if he were to potentially have time on that left wing. The question, of course, being, okay, they're bringing in 7,000 other players to compete directly with him in that spot. He's not somebody I'm willing to take the gamble on. I just see myself dropping him in a few weeks.
Yeah, and I would happily stash him on my bench.
They just haven't brought the people
for the whole season.
Not the whole season, but like, there's probably worse upside options in the pool. Like, if you've got a nice deep roster, I wouldn't mind stashing him, especially if you have another Chelsea forward asset or some of that. But yeah, I mean, 15 starts is I don't know if that's harsh.
If it's true, but I mean, he becomes one of those players that like starts every now and then, and you're really going to hold him for, like, I mean, it's like Traore or it's like a Sinistera. Like, you're really going to, those are waiver wire guys, right? You pick them up when they start.
This is all, his value is completely going to derive from whether or not they bring in another left winger. If they don't, these numbers are a lot better. If they do, it could be a little bit worse.
Garnacho, right?
Yeah, Garnacho makes him have under 20 starts, and then without him, this guy's at least 25. So
Yeah, 20 to 25. Yeah, but yeah, more than 15. Let's put it that way.
he has more than 15 with Garnacho, which is I wonder if this number already has that.
Isn't Garnacho almost done?
That's what they've been. I mean, Fabrizio made you believe anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Screw
You pay
that
him
cap
enough.
enrichment.
I'll throw him some money and he'll shit, dude. I'll be going somewhere too.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, he's completely gone at this point. He's just a commodity.
Yeah, I do want talking about. So I mean, just promoted sides is like every year I want at least. There's always one guy that does something. I don't think Jaden Anthony's gonna be that guy, but I don't know. I just want someone, and he's probably gonna get a lot of starts.
I mean, Mayenda didn't even make the list, honestly, because his war rank was so low. But some people are talking about him. Some people are talking about. I mean, I guess Calvert-Lewin now. You could talk about Calvert-Lewin with Leeds.
Is he gonna start?
Yeah, surely not Peru.
I mean,
The heck
Premier League experience. I don't. Isn't he better than whatever? What's his nuts?
Ross Perot.
Yeah,
Ross Perot. Yeah.
It's like the best of the worst. That's the reason DCL has to start, I think.
Right.
How many games did Lewin start last year?
3.
I'm gonna say 5. yeah,
honestly, yeah.
It's not like you can just jump in and
It's a great
bruise it
question.
up for the
What's your
fucking
guess?
month. Under 10. I'm gonna say 6.
So
I'll go 5.
It was
Yeah, PSG goal.
19.
off?
Oh, he's off. He had 19 starts?
I'm on delay.
No way.
That's
Nine-
what. That's
Really?
what our. That's what
Where?
our draft metrics says.
What?
Was it on Everton? Where was it?
I have no idea.
Is it all comps?
Oh, he's not even in the system anymore.
No, yes.
Is he?
What?
he not?
That's disrespectful. Wait, dude, yeah, 26 matches.
24. Yeah, 24, 25. He played 26 matches.
Jesus Christ, he's
Bro,
making
what?
he's making us look bad, and now I really don't want him.
That's crazy.
He's making me look bad. Said 7 starts, bro. Like, fuck.
That's wild.
Yeah, maybe. I guess
He was just bad. He just wasn't
take it
injury
back.
prone. He was just
Just bad. Just bad.
Wait, he probably had more starts than points, to be fair.
No, come on.
26. Yeah, 26 appearances. That's crazy. All right. Anyway. All right. So speaking of speaking of Calvert-Lewin, his old team, you've got the Beto Barry sort of conundrum going on. I don't know. Some people are pretty hyped about Barry. I'm not sure he's going to walk right into that spot.
The very, very little I've seen of Barry, he looks super raw and kind of leggy. I think it's going to take a little bit longer than people probably expect for him to bet in. So I'm guessing it's Beto's spot, at least for the first 10 games.
Yep.
And then I guess it's anybody's guess.
Yeah, this could be one of those frustrating ones where halfway through the season, it sort of changes.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll both spend some time on the waiver wire throughout the year.
I don't want either.
It might be one of those. It might be a reverse situation where a lot of us had Muniz, and he was quietly ghosting pretty well for us and scoring a few goals, but in real life he was kind of shit, and so then he lost his spot.
That was the worst, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he was scoring so well.
Yep, I had him. I think I had him in both leagues.
I was like, why are you dropping him? He's scoring well in fantasy.
Yeah, I know, but it's not always. As Adama Traore will tell you, that's not always. It's not always this indication of real life.
I like the full crew shout. I like Ryan's shout there. I think he's due for.
He's on form, right? 3 goals in 4.
He's due for something.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, as a forward 3, he could be fine for you. I like
Yeah.
that.
Good
Oh, I
forward
love
there.
it.
There you go.
Get him late in a draft. Have 2 other forwards that are kind of set and forget, and boom.
Play him in good matchups.
Yeah,
Why not?
Yep.
They have a couple decent fixtures early doors.
I actually like that. I don't love drafting Muniz hoping for a transfer. That's not the type of thing that I
It looks
enjoy.
like Atalanta is gonna happen,
Oh well, yeah, then even less.
which makes me think that like Fulham should definitely buy a striker. I mean,
Right.
relying on Raul all season is
Yeah.
They were saying I wrote in the chat, but Taremi, the Iranian guy,
okay.
from Inter Milan,
Oh.
right?
apparently looking at him, and then PBYR in the chat says Everton apparently in for Dovbyk, that Roma guy that came from Girona.
Oh, okay.
And
Yep.
I googled it, and yeah, there is like some murmurs. So I feel like we are still going to see some forward three nonsense in the next week or two to like the Fulhams and the Evertons of the world. We already
Yeah.
saw one to lead, so there is some more shenanigans.
Hoping so.
Jackson, on the other hand, is one that I would potentially add because it seems like if he has a destination, it will be in the Premier League.
Yeah, he might land in one of those teams. He
I-
might be like
I-
we're somewhere in there.
Man, I'm not convinced though. Like, I think that's way too much ifs, buts, and maybes. Like Jackson could easily go abroad again. Yeah, man.
You think he's Saudi coded?
I mean, I don't think necessarily Saudi. I just think he could end up anywhere in the world, sort of thing. Like, I think people are maybe holding on to this whole Newcastle because they need a player so badly, and maybe he fits the system and all that. Like, yeah, I'm not buying it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's. I'm not taking him until ADP 112. What is that? 24. It's like around 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not terrible, but like it's like him or full Krug there. You know
Oh, no,
what I mean?
9.3. That's 10th.
Yeah, but there's like full Krug there. You know what I mean? I'd take Gosson. Even Gosson over him.
Yeah. All right. Oh, sorry. Anything else on these guys? And then we're just going to gloss over the last one quick, and then I have to.
No, I think we've
Depart.
beaten this one to death.
I think we're good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Last one, I'm calling it the Wasteland. I mean, it's not completely true, but it sort of is.
Harsh.
Late round flyers. A lot of these guys are gambles. So we are talking about, I mean, several players, but it starts with, of course, we're sorted by war rank here. So not all of these are even getting drafted. Gabriel Jesus, Reece Nelson, Callum Wilson, Dan Ndoye, Richarlison, Jacob Brun-Larsen, Eddie Nketiah, Charalambos Costulas, Gustavo Nunez, Taiwo Wonyi, Igor Jesus, Luis Sinisterra, Igor Thiago, Wilfred Nontio, and Daniel Malen.
I'd
I like
be,
Malen.
I'd be
I like Malen.
ecstatic if Jesus started 5 games.
Right.
I like Malen to start the season. Villa have a good run of fixtures, and he's been starting in preseason. So I had Malen in the waiver article. I think in the beginning you'll have Malen, and you can just drop him until Villa figure out what's going on, and then I think he'll be benched. But in the beginning, I think Malen's like a grab tomorrow. Jesus, yeah.
Wow.
I'd rather keep it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see like half my forward lineup in this sheet. It's really bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not looking good, bro. But there was a question about Ndoye, I think, in the chat. I don't know if we want to touch on him.
Yeah, I mean, I saw he started going in like round 7 of a couple of my drafts. I was like, what is happening here?
Tell us the
Yeah,
consensus
it's like,
rank
dude,
on
just
Ndoye,
because
I
he's
got you.
coming in for a longer spot doesn't mean he's going to be like a like-for-like replacement in terms of points. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
different player.
Consensus is
They're gonna be
104.
I think he
Let's
went
see.
the 10th round in my league, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Dan Ndoye, I mean,
wouldn't want him, but
coming from Serie A, right? And so take that into account with the fact that his stats, like translated, he's still, even from Serie A, scoring 9.1 points per start, 5.5 ghost points per start, 8
He's gonna
goals,
score.
4 assists.
Yeah, he's gonna score worse than Alonga and not have sets.
8 goals, 4 assists. That was 26 games started, 30 games played. That's not good, guys.
Nah, he's just
That's Serie A. Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I'm seeing like in the com leagues, I think he went as early as the 6th round in
No.
IGL.
Nope.
No, I'm not even joking, bro. Yeah. And then the latest I think he went was also IGL, which was like 11th round. DPL was averaging around 9 and 10 rounds. So
11.
More respectable.
11's fine. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, IGL we know is a bit whack compared to DPL though. No offense to whoever hosts those leagues. Sorry.
I don't know who hosts that league. The International Genie League. We need to look that up.
Yeah. International Genie League. I don't know where that comes from.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But round 9, round 10 sounds way more reasonable, like you said, Ryan.
Yeah.
I still don't want him there, but
Yeah.
it's respectable. 6th round is madness.
I mean, as a late forward 3 or 4, I might gamble on Igor Thiago.
Yeah.
He's been starting.
Yeah. I mean, hence the 24 game started. He's projected here, but yeah, 7.6 points per start, not great.
That's the ringing endorsement. He's been running around.
It's been even on the pitch.
He's on the roster.
He touched some grass for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if Brentford are relying on him, then I guess they see something in him. I don't know. I haven't spent enough time watching him. I haven't had the chance since obviously he had that terrible injury. So
Yeah.
curious to see how he cracks on. But yeah, I mean, at least he has the potential, which a lot of these guys don't. Callum Wilson, the West Ham, is just perfection.
I already forgot about that.
Yep.
How come Igor Jesus doesn't have a PPS number?
Not sure.
Right.
It's funny because I uploaded rank state of fan tracks and I got an error on his name. I think something's going wrong. I think something's up with his name.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Draftlight about that.
Igor Jesus Maciel La Cruz.
Yeah.
La Cruz.
The
Portuguese
Christian name.
Yeah.
15 games started. I mean, I don't know. He's one of those that could be decent. It's kind of an unknown. I'm not taking a gamble on him.
I prefer the other Igor.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Is anybody at all intrigued by the Greek guys on Brighton?
No.
We have
No.
Koustalas and Simas.
No.
Simas?
Too young.
Purely dynasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea will buy one for 70 million in 2 years, but not right now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I did take Willy Gnotto in the community league like pretty late, just as like I wanted like a promoted side punt, so I just took him.
Yeah. I mean,
But
could be okay.
he will be dropped in 2 weeks.
I just remember him last time in the Prem,
Just
and
do it now.
it was underwhelming.
Well, I was gonna drop him for Sesco, but we all know what happened.
Do it anyway. Bid the 100 to see what happens. You never know.
Yeah, people make mistakes.
Are they going your waivers tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curious to see where he go. I'd be shocked if he doesn't go if he went for less than 100.
I think Sesco goes for 100 in every community league. Your home leagues, maybe not, but community leagues, I think it's almost.
I'll let you know where he gets drafted tomorrow.
He just came into the system before my Sunday draft, and he went the second round.
Madness.
But there's a bunch of United fans in there.
Yeah.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it inflates those guys and makes it better for other people like myself to get better value. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I have to run, boys.
Whose birthday is it?
One of my coworkers. I mean, she's my friend. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
You didn't sound very convincing.
It's not.
You said coworker first.
She's a friend, but also a coworker.
That's his.
But yeah,
Nice.
He's not listening, dude. You're good.
Yeah, that's true. If she suddenly were into this, we might actually become better friends.
Is her name Karen?
No.
Oh, okay.
But my principal's name is Karen. Interestingly.
Tough name for a principal.
Yeah, I know.
Of America.
I know. She's not one, luckily. Anyway, okay.
Well, have fun, man.
All right, listeners, it's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back with regular season programming. We'll be talking trades. We'll be talking, we'll do all of your diamonds in the rough. We'll do what are our normal segments, guys? Help me out here. Why am I what's in the box? We will do some fantasy fake, fantasy for real. We'll do some all of them. Yeah, last straw. We'll do all of them. We'll do all of them.
The building on fire.
So we'll be back Wednesdays, normal time, because school's starting back up. So summer, RIP. Everyone, good luck in your drafts if you haven't done them yet. Everyone else, good luck in your waivers if they haven't run yet. Let's share out those waiver bids. I'm really curious to see, like you said, Ryan, what everyone goes for. So we'll talk about that next time. Until then, KPC out. You guys are the best. Talk to everyone soon. Community, you rule. Cheers.
Bye-bye.